Hi everyone, I'm Nina from Nina Monique Voluptuous Boutique, and today I'm going to talk to you about being bullied and how to get out of bad situations and how important it is to love yourself and know your self-worth so you can move on and live a happy life. When I was in grammar school, I was bullied. People told me that I was ugly, I was fat, my complexion was horrible, and on top of that, I wore glasses. So a lot of those things made me feel really bad, especially when people from outside of your family would say things like that. At home, I was always told that I was beautiful. That was never a problem. But once you go out into society, one, you don't know how other people raise their kids. So a lot of things they could possibly pick up at home from hearing their parents talk. So they brought it to school. And when you're bullied, of course, they look for people to pick on who's quiet, who don't get into trouble, and who wouldn't harm anyone. And I was unfortunately one of those kids. Once I got out of high school, a lot of the feelings that I experienced throughout my childhood from being bullied, I carried that over into my adult life, which caused me to run into someone who was verbally abusive to me. I stayed in that relationship for 2 years, and it was hard to get out at first. And my mother will always see how bad I was feeling because of it, and she always reminded me ever since I was little, and she started talking to me about relationships when I started dating in high school. When you find yourself in a bad situation, or you're tired of being tired and sad, and it's because of someone that's in your life who's your significant other, always ask yourself, what is that person doing for me that I can't do for myself? Are they paying your bills? Are they doing anything major that you can't do for yourself? And when I was in that relationship with this particular person, it got so bad. I went back to when I was in high school, and I remember what my mom said. And I said, what is he doing for me that I'm not doing for myself? And it hit me. He's telling me that he loved me after he would say negative things about me. And once I figured it out, I started to tell myself, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Nina, I love you. I started pointing out everything that was great about me. And I realized everyone in this world is not perfect. We all have flaws. So for anyone who's in a bad situation, the first thing I would tell you is reevaluate yourself. Why am I attracting? What about me attracted this person to me? And because I personally feel how you feel inside, that's what you're gonna attract. If you feel beautiful and you confident and you know you are worth more than $1 million or $1 billion, you're gonna attract someone that see your worth. If you feel in a slump and feeling bad all the time and you're harboring bad feelings, you're gonna attract someone that's the same. And he had his own issues as well. So it was like a firecracker or a bomb waiting to explode. And before it got worse, I wanted to remove myself from that situation. And never think that you can't, because you can. Once I removed myself from that situation, about maybe a month later, I started my clothing line. And also when I was in that relationship, and when you're in those type of relationships, it could lead you into doing things you never done before. Like me, I started drinking. I started getting into some arguments with my mom. My mood went from being a nice person to being an angry person all the time. And I couldn't take that anymore. So that's when I made that change, and I started to reevaluate the situation I had with him. And I found that a lot of the things I was going through, it was from my childhood. Because people say nasty things about you, and if you don't have the strength to know that is not true as far as being ugly and things like that, you're going to fall into that trap of running into someone who's going to find a way to put you down also because they have their own issues or they're jealous of you. It's always something. So step back and reevaluate that situation. And as I mentioned before, I started my clothing line after that. And my clothing line is my world. It's everything to me because I started it And once I began sketching and trying to figure out what's next, I ran into my designer, Tiffany Shepard, who I met through someone I was working with. And we collaborated on things, and I found we had a lot in common on different levels. And the biggest thing for us is fashion. And to sit down and to do anything with my clothing line, that's a big plus for me, because whenever I do a sketch, I go back to a time in my life where I felt I wasn't beautiful. I didn't like to wear short dresses because I felt my legs were too big and they were shaped funny. And now I love to design dresses like that, because there's a lot of women in this world, especially plus size women, from hearing things in the media or on songs or just hearing people in general put down a plus size woman, we begin to feel or think that we're not attractive like a regular size woman, and that's not true. So through my clothing line, I try to put my feelings into it of how I would think a plus size woman would feel if she's in a particular situation. As I mentioned, the short dresses represent a time, like I said, when I didn't think I was pretty and my legs weren't cute and things like that. There's women out there who feel that way. And my message to you is, don't believe that. So I want my clothing line to be an empowerment for people, and to know whatever situation that you're in, and whatever it is that if you have some big dream that you want to do, channel that anger and put it into something that you love and watch it blossom. So, thank you.